Princess Crew, Kombat Princess here, back with the all new video. If you are new, welcome. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you end up liking the video, turn on post notifications. So Kombat Trash released a video giving us gameplay for Omni-Man, aka Supergirl, and Tremor, aka Scorpion with eczema. So let's get into it. So, I don't really care too much for Kombat Trash, you know. I feel like they be playing, I feel like they be trolling and stuff, and they just really don't give what needs to be gave, you know. It'd be kind of awkward with some of their videos, and when I looked at the review, I mean not the review, but the Kombat cast for today, it was just a complete mess. It really was. It was kind of all over the place. So they wanted to come back and, you know, let us know that there's a new Borvasion season, which I don't care. I only care about the skins, you know. This is like the same thing they did in 11 with like the blood skins. I don't care. But they did make changes, so we can go into that. There's no longer super armor for, you know, regular matches and stuff like that in Borvasions. There's only super armor for the bosses and stuff like that. Obviously, you have been listening, they have been listening to our complaints, which there has been a lot of complaints, and the changes that they have made lets me know that, you know, they are kind of listening. There have been changes to the progression tower. They're adding a progression tower. There's no challenge tower. They're gonna do a progression tower. So he said something on the lines of, you know, there being a level 10, and then after you do that, then it's level 20. Like, that's boring. Who cares? Like, add some mini games, do something better than this, because this is just not giving, you know. It's the same shit. Let's just be very clear. They toned down the modifiers. Of course they toned down the modifiers, because it was literally complete. It was a complete mess. Going into the matches, you know, they're doing all this, that, and the third, and you only have this little talisman where it's just too much going on. It is way too much going on. Period. Ambushes, they lowered the chances of ambushes or something like that. Good, because we got tired of every 2 or 3 minutes, you know, there's an ambush. I don't got time for that. It was very annoying, very repetitive, and obviously you listen to the FGC community when you know, wanted to lower the chances of that. Once again, I don't care that there's a new mesa, you know. Okay, you brought a new Borvasions map. Woo, yay, yippity. Yep, that is so creative and so amazing. I don't really give a
Let's see it in all its glory.
Okay, let's check it out. And it's bloody glory.
secret fights requirements, they're more difficult now, but honey, who cares? You know, Kombat Trash, they're just so awkward, and you know, it was just all over the place, and I don't care. Who cares about the secret fight requirements? Like, y'all, the secret fight requirements aren't even that rewarding. You barely get any XP or anything for doing these ambushes. I know you get a little bit more for your cameo, but it's barely any XP. So, you know, the fans, the people in the FGC community, they really want y'all to talk about crossplay. You know, what changes are y'all bringing that's new to the game? This is not new. These are little patches and little nips and tucks. Let's just be very clear. They are just so awkward, and you know, people on Reddit in the comments, you know, want to ask them why they always turn the comments off instead of turning them on Twitch and all the other streams that they do. They turn them off because people start dragging Steffi B. They start with their transphobic comments and stuff like that, and they don't really want to be pressured because they're going to get dragged. Let's be very clear. If you turn the comments on, you're going to be dragged. It's not just about Steffi B, because I really just don't think everybody really cares about her like that. Let's just be very clear. You're just gonna get dragged. We don't care about this stuff, you know. The changes, okay, doable, but we don't really care because it's nothing really extravagant. And that's what they're going to go in saying. That's what they're going to be dragging them for. So they keep those comments off. And I just thought that it was just so funny how, you know, they really had to debate about whether they were going to reveal Tremor or not.
We would. You know what? Let's just save it for another day, Reed.
Just save it?
Just save it for another day.
I'm going to vote yes.
All right. I'm
I
swayed.
guess
Okay,
we'll do
okay,
it.
all right.
So Tremor's one of the most interesting cameos in the game, and I can't wait to see our...
That was so weird. Like, it's just sad that, you know, they're releasing him first and you're not even releasing him with Omni-Man. But you wanted to debate about the gameplay, and then you gave us gameplay on him anyway. So when we don't get him to like 11 days after, it's just so sad and really pathetic, and it just makes me really, really upset. I already don't like the way Tremor looks. I feel like they could have been more creative. I really feel like they could have been more Tremor-like. It really looks like Scorpion with eczema, like, just being very clear. Like, it looks like the Thing lost some pounds and found a Scorpion costume for Halloween that was an orange palette, and he threw it on. That's what that was giving. It doesn't give like a unique debut to Tremor, even though it's not really a debut, but just like a return of him in MK1. It was just lackluster, really. But I also want to get into his gameplay because it was pretty interesting. He has a lot going on. Like, after watching that Kombat cast, it really seems like Tremor is really like the most unique cameo so far, because he has a lot. He's like a cameo with variations. It's kind of weird and it's kind of complicated, and I just want to see how the pro players do it, because he has a lot going on, and I don't feel like getting into that shit because it's just too much, like way too confusing. Steffi B was confused trying to talk about it in Kombat Kast, so it was just But I do like that Tremor has, besides from his looks, I do like that he has zoning tools in his cameo, and I think it's very interesting that his cameo is like a variation. You have different types of Tremors in one cameo that can do different things depending on, you know, what form you're awarded, going about your playstyle and how you did it. It was really confusing. I really can't talk anything bad about Supergirl's gameplay. I was really here for it. I loved when Omni-Man went, because now, since we're going into detail about him and they went more into depth, he has like a stance, and I'm gonna call it his Supergirl stance. You know, when he floats on them tippy toes, girl, and you know, he goes in and out, many overheads. Really, it seems like he's really gonna be a problem to like somebody who has space control and wants to zone and play the keep away game. You know, he seems like a character that can really get in and get out. So I'm gonna say the gameplay side, it did really eat. It did. But I didn't see any like projectiles or anything like that. He has like a little crushing rock move that's kind of like Cetrion's. I think is her down back one in MK11. That little crushing rock move that's like goes in front of him. I can see that for like a little bit of space control. But yeah, a lot of moves was giving teleport all over the place. Supergirl, like I expected in the first place. Love the invades too, because they did eat in the Supergirl stance. But yeah, now people want to know if they are going to have some type of gear or skins for Supergirl, and I don't know, probably a color palette. I don't see a costume happening. But the season of bloody tampons with this patch and all that's supposed to be coming tomorrow, allegedly, and I'm just going to play Borvations just because of the skins, and I know that's probably what everybody else is going to do. Get it together once again, NRS, because, you know, skins and stuff can't carry the game. You know, you're still going to lose because Mortal Kombat is on Floppiana. Let's be very clear. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions for me, leave it in the comments.